So my name is Dave Dorhout, and I'm here with Dorhout R&D LLC, and this is our autonomous microplanter, Prospero. And what it is, it's meant to work as a member of a swarm of robots. So not just one, but you'd have hundreds or thousands of these. And the idea is that you have, right now you have a tractor, the power plant, and then you have the brains or the operator. And you take that and you break that into 100 different little pieces. And what that does is it frees the farmer from the machine and allows them to make those planting decisions, allows the farmer to focus on the business and the science of farming, and the robot then is able to make those planting decisions on a foot by foot or literally on an inch by inch basis, maximizing the productivity of the land. And so what it does is once it starts up, it'll actually calibrate itself for the reflectivity of the surface. And the reason why that's important is that after it plants a seed, it deposits a little bit of paint that changes. It's a lot brighter than when it plants. And that right now we're just using paint, but that could be pre-emergence herbicide or anything else, micronutrients and stuff like that. And you can even do like intercropping with something like this. So after it plants the seed, then it actually immediately forgets and it just checks again if a seed's been planted there. And if it has been, then it moves on. And if it hasn't, then it plants the seed there. But the seed spacing is determined by the window of the sensors underneath. And so for corn, it's set up for about 4-inch diameter. Other crops would be different sizes and stuff. And what that does is it allows the farmer to capture every single ray of sunlight that hits it, that's going to hit their farm, because you want the light to hit a plant, you don't want it to hit the dirt. We're not growing warm dirt. So it's going to be calibrating itself, and you can kind of see the little LED lights shining on the ground, determine that there's no seed planted there, so it's dropping. And now it's going to drill a hole in there. There might be a little seed stuck in the hopper. There we go. And now it's going to cover up the hole, and then it's going to spray. And now I'll take a step, and I'll check to see if a seed's been planted there. It hasn't, so it's just going to continue and repeat. So this is our robot Aquarius, and what it is, it's a greenhouse watering robot. We have two different models. One that's called an AccuWater, and what's common between both models is that the way that you program it is that you just put a piece of tape, black tape, on the ground, and then the robot follows that. So if you need to reconfigure your greenhouse like we do 3 to 4 times a week, you can easily do that. And for us, it's really important that each plant gets the right amount of water, that they're not overwatered or underwatered. So inside each pot is a simple sensor that the robot, as it's driving by, there's 2 little wire whiskers that it makes contact with, and that instantly measures how much moisture is in that pot. Now these sensors are dumb sensors. All the electronics are actually on the robot, and so that makes each sensor maybe cost 1/10 as much as what it normally does. And so the robot, you just turn it on, you set what the maximum amount of watering is, and it just takes care of itself, and it just waters all day. If it runs out of water, we're going to be building a refueling, rewatering station, so it just remembers where it was in the greenhouse. It has dynamic power with encoders, so it knows where it is any place in the greenhouse to within about 1,000th of an inch, and it just goes back to that spot and rewaters it. The other model is OmniWater, and that just has a little touch sensor, so every pot that it touches, it gives the same amount of water, and that way you don't have to have moisture sensors in every single pot.